What's good, y'all? Like 2 videos ago, I posted a video where I got a sample and then made like a bunch of crazy melodies around it. And y'all wanted me to like break down these videos more in depth where I do more talking. Usually I just like make the beat and don't say a word, but today I'm gonna try to help y'all learn more and hopefully get some tips, get some tricks that you didn't know before you came in here. Alright, so usually I always go to YouTube first and then I'll look up some sort of sample. And while you're listening to these, you have to also keep in mind that you're not necessarily looking for the best song. You're looking for the best song that you could turn into a trap beat. That's how I view it, at least. Because, like, this sounds good, but I don't know how I'd make this a beat. Mmm, those vocals sound insane. And really take time to figure out what sample you want to get. Last thing you want to do is grab a trash sample and make a trash beat. Now just drag it in here, and usually at this point I just find a part of the song I like. I think right here. So whenever I'm listening to it, I just try to find a good starting point. So it looks like it's around here at this waveform. Dun, dun. Okay, so right here. And then now as I'm listening to it, I want to find a point where I want it to stop at. So I think I'm actually going to stop it short just because over here it kind of gets ruined by this buildup. So right there. So now I'm just going to play it at the end and see if it loops back around to the beginning and make it sound clean. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, so that sounds good. If you're listening to it and you're hearing a bunch of like popping and clicks as it goes back or it just sounds off, you probably cut it wrong. So I'm gonna try to do 2 things. So I'm gonna put the sample in stretch mode, and then also I'm gonna pick a BPM. I'm thinking like 150 maybe, 144, nah, 146. Once I have the BPM that I like, I have to stretch the sample on tempo. And so when I'm doing that, I look at the end of the sample and I look at the beginning and I say, do I want the sample to be 4 bars long, so where it ends at 5, or do I want it to be 8 bars long where it ends at this 9 mark right here? I'll see what it sounds like really stretched out now. I think it sounds interesting shorter. Let's see what it sounds like. And then if you can't get it exactly on point, just hit Alt and then drag it. Pitch it up. Yeah, I think it sounds better sped up, honestly. I mean, the bass sounds good, but obviously I want to add my own 808s on it, so I'm going to open up some EQ after I route it to the first track, and then I'm going to just cut out this low end. And if you really wanted to do this in a more effective way, you could put it into one of these AI stem splitter tools. You could separate the audio from music to bass to drums to vocals. So let's just put on the metronome and just listen to it with the tempo. I think it's a little bit offbeat. I'll cut this right here. And basically what I'm doing is I'm stretching the sample out so where every instrument is like hitting on time. And it's important to make sure you make all of your clips unique when you do this, so when you stretch one, it doesn't stretch the other one. So I'll stretch this back out to the 3rd. And then I'll take this and then I'll put it back here because I want this to hit right there. And then I'll stretch this out too. See, I think that sounds a lot more cleaner. Now I'm gonna consolidate this track just so it's not all like chopped up. And I'm gonna route this to track 1. And then I'm gonna open up this plugin called Wave Candy. And if you don't know this plugin, it's basically just a frequency plugin that can let you see the exact notes of what is playing in the sample. So if you want to add your own instruments, you know what key it's in, you know what keys to use to match the sample. So as I just played it there, you can see all these red lines. These represent the notes that are being played. So like right here, you can see in the bottom right corner it says like F sharp is being played on that red line, and the very bottom one you see is B. So those are some notes I'm gonna try to stick to as I'm going through this. Now since I have these notes, I'm gonna go into like a plugin of EST or something like that. Right here I have Xenology, and I might just get like a synth key, like that sounds good. And I'm gonna just go to the piano roll and throw some notes down. So B is the root note, that's what I started out with. Now I'm just gonna build on top of it. So now that I have like these chords broken down, I think I might just mute it and then go into some other instruments. I'll just make counter melodies off these notes I already laid down, use them as ghost notes. Well, hold on, I kind of did that by accident, but this sounds good. I meant to put a preset on the other instrument I made. I might just go ahead and throw down the 808s just so I get a feeling for the bounce. And before I throw 808s on this, I just want to ask y'all if you could go buy my new drum kit. It's got over 130 sounds. Most of it's 808s, and they are really good quality. I spent a lot of time compiling this. It is by far my favorite kit for 808s, and it's really cheap for the quality that's in it. Please go buy it. First link in the description. It helps support me a lot.